EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Southern Nevada, where the torch, in honor of the legendary owner Al Davis, has just been lit, as is tradition before kickoff at Allegiant Stadium, just off the Strip in Las Vegas. Tonight on Sunday Night Primetime, it's the Philadelphia Eagles and the Las Vegas Raiders. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson. That is Jake Elliott getting this one started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Raiders offense set to take over for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
Now, this is the type of quarterbacks that just give defensive coordinators nightmares. They stay up all night thinking, okay, what is the best way to defend him? Do we treat him as a runner? Do we treat him as a passer? And I think that's really where the most stress comes in, Mike, is you want to make sure you don't let him kill you with his legs downfield as a runner, but it's also his ability to extend plays as a passer that really creates a lot of stress on your back-end coverage, and that's where those big plays can come. So it's a big challenge. They know it, and we'll find out early on what the plan is.
Now they'll set up to throw. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
Well, the run after catch is certainly nice, and they're definitely going to take it. But watch the savviness of the route running. Certain guys just have a better feel for running these slant routes than others, and it's a nice result.
They'll run the sneak, and he is going to have the Raiders first down. Able to get the third down conversion.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
They'll look to throw. Open man is Besh. That keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That's caught. It's the tight end, Brock Bowers. And he will score. Brock Bowers. Touchdown, Raiders. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but, Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems like the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly, right out of the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive and an early 6 points.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Raiders will take a 7-0 lead.
Eagles nothing.
So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. Here's Smith to return it. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. So the Philadelphia offense set to take over for the first time. They're led out by the MVP of Super Bowl 59 at quarterback, Jalen Hurts.
We had a chance to see him out on the field early in pregame, and I thought he looked really sharp. I thought he looked focused. We had a chance to talk to him earlier in the week, and he's excited for this opportunity today. He thinks he's got a chance to lead this offense and have a lot of success, and ultimately the #1 goal is to come out with a victory. He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Off the play fake. Hurts. That's caught. Saquon Barkley. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
1-yard gain.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
This is 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. Back to the sideline and intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes.
Well, that's the fast start they talked about all week, Mike. You come out, you take the immediate lead with your opening drive. Your defense goes out there, they force a turnover early. All these plays allow you to just keep stacking momentum early in this ball game. This game is far from over, but anytime you get out to a start like this, it is a lot harder for your opponent to battle back.
The Raiders offense ready to possess the football for the 2nd time. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive, so try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Quick throw, taken in, and that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
8 yards on the pickup, brings up 2nd and 2 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and a couple. They'll run the toss to Genti. And he's got it. 1st down. A pickup of 4.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short. Play action pass. You can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. In motion, Besh. Out of the gun, he'll throw. And this is going to be caught, but they say out of bounds. So incomplete pass.
It's now 2nd
Timing and
10.
anticipation, those are the critical elements anytime you're throwing a ball outside of the numbers. If the quarterback waits too long, Mike, that receiver just gets closer and closer to the sideline and just makes what should have been a much easier throw and catch an incomplete pass.
He's got the tight end there. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Back to throw. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. 10 yards the gain on the pitch and catch. 1st down, Vegas.
And the Las Vegas 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
From the 50, he'll set up to throw. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to tuck it and go. 20-yard pickup there. Good for a Raider 1st down.
1st First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
And this is something the defense knew they had to contain coming in today, Mike. They worked all week on containing this quarterback, but here we are. Early on in the game, a nice scramble there, good yardage, and he's able to pick up the first down.
Here's first and 10. He'll look to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
And he'll take it on in. Trey Tucker, touchdown Vegas.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
Now Gay for the extra point. He's got it. And the Raiders move out on top, 14-0.
Raiders 14, Eagles nothing.
So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. Hovey now on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Eagles offense ready for their second possession. They're in an early hole, 14-0. They'll start digging out soon. Begin this drive, first and 10. Barkley to start the drive. And he'll manage to break a tackle, get this forward for a couple, and it's second down.
So these, Mike, are the body blow runs. They're not big gains, they're nothing fancy, but they really set that physical tone for the rest of the game where now a good play caller can use some of these early runs to set up something a little bit bigger down the road.
Now Jalen Hurts on second down. He's got the 2021 Heisman winner. That's Devontae Smith. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line.
That's good.
Hurts finding Smith and an Eagle. First down.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Eagles.
It's so early in the game, you have to be careful now as coaches and players that you don't find yourself trailing early and get out of your game plan. There is so much time left. Stick to what you've worked on all week. There's plenty of time to chip away and see if you can make this thing close come the fourth quarter.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I can guarantee you that interception he threw on the previous drive, that's still in the back of his mind. You got to know when to take a chance, and you got to know when to just throw the ball away and live for the next down.
He'll try again here. Second and 10. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. He's going to look for the home run ball. And he will go all the way. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Touchdown, Eagles.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back. Even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan, everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
Jake Elliott now for the extra point. The kick
The kick
is good. And the Eagles are on the board. It's now 14-7.
Eagles 7.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. On the return, it is Trey Tucker. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
Tucker on the return.
The Raiders offense headed back to take over once more. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Genty. And moves forward out to the 29-yard line. Jordan Davis, the man in the middle, brings it to an end.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6.
It is 2nd and 6. On play action, he'll set up to throw. That one incomplete. Good job. Textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Gets that one complete to his tight end Bowers. 14 yards on that pass play there. 1st down, Vegas.
And the Raider 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, that on 3rd down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
He'll step up and run. And that's a veteran quarterback doing what veterans do. Don't take the extra hit. Got the 1st down, get down. The drive continues.
10 at the 41-yard line.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
That's going to be incomplete.
Mendoza's
very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
Incomplete.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it, but I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
They'll run it straight ahead now with Genty. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track, because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
And that will be incomplete. They could not hook up on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. On 4th down, A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. Britton Covey deep for the Eagles. And this is going to pin them back. It's out of bounds inside the 10.
At their own 7-yard
Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the 1st half. This defense will need to find a way to key in on him, because he's eating them up right now. That one pulled in by Brown. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 15-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 2. A run with Barkley. And that'll be a gain of 2 and a first down.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
On first down, it's Hurts. He'll get this over the middle to Smith. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 28-yard line.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Hurts delivers it quick to Brown. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup, but that is enough for a first down.
That's good for an Eagles.
So as the saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
Man in motion is Brown. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. He'll get this complete. That's A.J. Brown. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and a yard. They'll fake the give. Now it's Hurts. A throw left side, but it's incomplete.
Haven't even reached halftime yet, and we see this quarterback just continue to put the ball in harm's way and make bad decisions. He's lucky it didn't add another interception to his stat sheet, and as they approach halftime here, they got to regroup, and he's going to have to make the better decisions here in the second half.
They'll try to sneak it here, and he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
It's a gain of a yard. That's another Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Hurts going to hold on to this one.
You know, Mike, early in my time in Carolina, we were kind of on the forefront of this NFL zone read revolution. Cam Newton, one of the best to ever do it. I have seen up close and personal, when you run the zone read the right way, it is a nightmare for a defense to defend.
From the 46, here's 2nd down and 5. From out of the gun, they give it to Barkley, and he'll get forward for about a yard. He's tackled there by Quiddy Cat.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
3rd down, 3 to go. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. He'll get this one complete to Brown. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Eagles first down. An 8-yard pickup.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that 3rd down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Here's Hurts. He gets that to Brown. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Converted twice on third down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a third time? Moving outside, and he kept that play alive as long as he could, but the rush eventually gets to him and takes him down.
And we've seen this time and time again. When this guy is in a groove like he is here, I mean, he's impossible to block. I mean, the offensive line, they've got to come up with a better plan to slow him down, or he's going to completely wreck this game.
So on fourth down, they'll call on Braden Mann to punt. Deep for the Raiders, it's Trey Tucker. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The Vegas offense ready to get rolling again. They'll begin inside their own 15-yard line. So a lot of real estate to cover. It's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Genty to start the drive. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down.
On the tackle. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 20-yard line.
They'll look to throw. And this is too far out in front. That one's incomplete. Trying to get it to his tight end, Brock Bowers.
Brings up 3rd
and it'll be 3rd down.
3 yards to go.
You just never want to overthrow an open receiver. If anything, even if the receiver just has to slow down a little bit to run under the ball, that's okay. It might not end up in a touchdown, but you're at least going to end up with a completion.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. And that is incomplete. Jalen Naylor was the intended receiver that time.
Sets up 4th down.
And it's going to be 4th down.
So prior to that 3rd down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation at that down and distance. They had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up 4th down.
And no return on this one. Fair catch, signal for, and take
over 1st and 10.
The Eagles offense ready to take over once again. 1st and 10 now from the 36. Here's Hurts. He'll take this himself. And a good job defensively to rally to the ball. They hold him to a short game.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
On 2nd down, Hurts. This one brought in by Brown. So he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
2 minutes remain here in this 1st half. We'll return to Las Vegas after this. They go 5 receivers for 3rd down and 4. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Taking off, he'll try to get there. Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a 1st down.
That's good.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner. Picks up the 1st down.
First pass. Complete to Saquon Barkley. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the Raiders' 34-yard line.
Now it's 2nd and 1. To throw is Hurts. The coverage too good downfield. They'll wind up taking him down. So the Eagles will use their first time out here. Talk things over before 3rd down.
It's 3rd down. 3rd and long.
Now it's Hurts. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. Look, great work just to get those hands up there. And now it's 4th down.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
Oh, that is terrific.
The Raiders take over
out of
1st
bounds,
and 10
inside the 5-yard line. The Raiders offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. They'll start from their own 4. Not a lot of room for error back here. It's 1st and 10. Middle, he's got Tucker. And he is taken down, but not before they're able to get it out of danger up past the 25.
And a Raider 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. The left side into the hands of Beck.
Mendoza's pass complete to number 18, Jack Beck. 8 yards on the pickup, brings up 2nd and 2 at the 36-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 2. Now timeout Vegas. That is their 2nd. As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They'll throw out of the gun. And the pressure gets there, and down he goes.
And it looked like that zone coverage had his head a little bit spinning there, Mike. I'm not sure he got a real clear picture of what the defense was giving him, and as a result, he holds the ball a little bit longer than he would have liked, and the defense is able to get home.
So we've hit half here out west, and we'll send it back east to Scott Hansen, who has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the 2nd half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. This is still anyone's game here. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand as the 2nd half is about to get underway.
To kick off.
Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
The Eagles take
The Eagles
over
offense
first
looking to
and
get
10.
back to work as
At
we
their own
begin this
27-yard
third
line.
quarter. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. He'll start on the ground with Barkley. And he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line.
Ball carrier. He's tackled at the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 5. Once again, it's Barkley. And he'll be near the first down marker. It's called a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on third down.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try to run here with Barkley. And that'll keep the drive going. He's got the first down up past the 40-yard line.
A 5-yard gain on the play. And an Eagles first down.
Great work there by the interior of this offensive line, the center, the 2 guards, really working together to create that hole up the middle. And then it's just the vision of the back. Like there's a fine line between hitting that full speed but also having a little bit of patience to let that play develop.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 42-yard line.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run. It's Barkley. And he'll be brought down at the 45. Way Walker, the linebacker, on the tackle.
A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Here comes 3rd and 6. Now Hurts. Now a screen set up for Barkley. Woo! And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line. 25 yards, the pickup there. First down, Philadelphia.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get him the ball, pick up the first down.
And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 28-yard line.
2nd down, 8 to go from the 28. Man in motion is Smith. A 2nd down throw for Hurts. He takes off. And a nice run. He'll be close to the first down, protecting himself, sliding at the end.
Makes it 3rd
and this is one of the cases, Mike, where defenders, they get their eyes in the wrong spot. They call it eye discipline. He catches them looking elsewhere. It allows him to get upfield and make this 3rd down a lot more manageable.
On 3rd down, they'll go with Saquon.
Saquon Barkley, the ball carrier.
If you send your field goal unit on the field, Mike, it gives you a chance to chip away at this deficit. I think I'm keeping my offense on the field. I'm going to one of my critical plays on my call sheet. Keep this drive alive. The hope is to come away with 6.
The field goal unit staying put. They're going to line up and go for this on 4th down. They'll go with the sneak. And he's going to have an Eagles first down. They find a way to keep the drive going with the 4th down conversion.
First down.
I love this call. You're basically asking yourself, can your offense beat this defense? And they know exactly what play is coming. And I'll tell you the answer, it's an emphatic yes. They run the quarterback sneak right up the gut. and they turn fourth down into a first.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
It's a loss of 2.
Looked like that might have been an RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like he might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
Now Jalen Hurts on second down. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
It is 3rd and long. To throw is Hurts. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he's going to go into the end zone on an electrifying run. Jalen Hurts. Touchdown, Eagles. That's his 2nd touchdown tonight. That one is going to hurt the defense. He's looking to throw, can't find anyone, takes off, and Greggy takes it the distance for an exciting touchdown run.
And these are the plays, Mike, that just drive defensive coordinators crazy. You have all of his targets covered up, nowhere to go with the ball, and next thing you know, he gets out of the pocket, takes it all the way with his legs. He's just as dangerous with those feet as he is with his arm.
That ties the game at 14.
So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. Here comes a return from the 3. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Raiders offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. This one, everything we could have hoped for to this point. All even at 14. They'll start this drive with first down. They'll run, and this is Dylan Lowby. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. It's a nice start to the drive. A gain of 10 and a quick first down.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you could have 2 or 3 that could all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. And it's a gain of 20 on the heels of another big play to begin this drive.
So, Mike, at the core of a successful zone read play is that the quarterback understands which defender is he responsible for. That is the defender they're trying to put in a bind. In this case, he chooses the runner, the quarterback pulls the ball, and he's able to take off for a big gain.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. On a zone read, he'll hand it to Genty. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground with Genty, and he's popped up after a gain of a yard.
A gain of a yard on the play brings up 3rd and 4.
It's 3rd and 4. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He's got his man. That's Besh. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. They've got it at the 8, first down and goal. Here's Genty. And he will score! Ashton Genty. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Touchdown, Raiders.
Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Gay to add the PAT. He's got it, and the Raiders have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. Hovey now on the return. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They're searching here for the tying score, down 21-14. And they'll begin first and 10. Oh, a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver, and it'll be second down. Now Barkley, heeling forward for maybe a yard. Adam Butler there on the tackle.
A gain of 1 brings up third down and 9.
Third down and 9. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. That's complete to his big tight end, Dallas Goedert. Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far, but that one gives him a first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the first down anyway.
They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5 at the 45-yard line.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second down. Now Hurts going to call his own number. And he will slide to a halt, but he does have the first down.
A gain of 6.
The quarterback could have handed it. He could have kept it himself. I don't really think either option would have turned out much different. Great job by the defense having a plan for the running back and a plan for the quarterback, and they're able to force that carry for no gain.
Here's Barkley, and he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield. So both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the third quarter. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. It's second down and 12. Here's Hurts. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. That one way too slow in developing. They rally to the ball. They get the man, and it's no gain.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
On third down, it's Hurts. That's to the sideline and hauled in by Smith. 11 yards on the connection there. Good for an Eagles first down.
First down. A gain of 11 on the play.
Okay, so now you pick up that first down, Mike, but now there needs to be a sense of urgency. You know you need to score twice. So this one, ideally for the offense, results in a touchdown. But either way, this first score of the two needed needs to be fast, because you need every possession you can here late in the fourth quarter.
Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9.
Now Hurts. Set up the screen. Out wide is Brown. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4.
That's a gain of
Bring up third down.
Brings up third and 4.
In a lot of offenses, Mike, these quick passes to the wide receivers really fall under the run category. Of course, they're going to go down as a forward pass, but to a lot of offensive coordinators in the league, it's a lot easier to pick up first and second down yardage on these quicks than it is to turn around and hand it off to your running back and count on blocking everybody.
And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
A 5-yard
Critical
gain on the
third
play.
down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the fourth quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
Here's a handoff to Barkley. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down.
The tackle made at the 24-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up second and 7.
They'll send a tight end in motion. First carry for the Auburn line. Hey, Bigsby. He lowers the shoulder. Gain of about 3.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
To the right side, caught by Gus. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up fourth down.
It's fourth down.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on fourth down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a fourth and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this fourth down.
And he's going to have the Eagles first down as they manage to convert. That'll keep this drive alive.
Fourth down. There's no throwing the ball away. There's no giving yourself up. If you're going to turn yourself into a runner, you got to go get it. And that's exactly what the quarterback does here. He's able to put his head down, put his body on the line, pick up the first down, and keep this drive alive.
They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down.
9-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
Here's second and 2. On the RPO, he'll just flip it forward, and it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
A 2-yard pickup brings up third and 1.
Here we go. Third and a yard. They'll try to sneak it here. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's fourth down. They'll run the sneak. And that's not going to work. The defense comes up with a fourth down, fourth quarter stand, and forces a turnover on downs.
And this is a tricky call for this coach. A field goal doesn't do you a lot of good, but a touchdown does. So I don't hate the call, but great job by this defense coming up with a stand and getting the ball back.
Now, he goes down dangerous right there, so close to the goal line. He is outside of the end zone, though. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
Second and 16.
I've been in enough locker rooms in my day, Mike, and pretty much all of the messages are the same. We want to start the second half fast. We want to take the fight to our opponent. Well, snapping the ball inside your own 5-yard line after that sack, I promise you, was not part of the speech. And if they're not careful, they're on the verge of surrendering 2 points here.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Run right up the gut of Gentry. And he'll move it out of harm's way. A gain of 3 up to the 4-yard line.
Carter on the tackle. That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 12.
Third and long. From down near his goal line, he'll look to throw. Taking off, he'll try to get there. So the Eagles will use their first time out here as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down's looming. The Raiders send their punt team out as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. On the return, it's Covey. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Eagles offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They've got great starting position with a short field as they try to get back in this one. It is 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. That's taken in by Brown. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Hurts and Brown connect, and it's a 1st down for Philly.
For an Eagles first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Plenty of time, plus 2 timeouts at their disposal. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Right back to Brown. He's got it again. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A gain of 5 brings up
receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
He'll step up and run this. Marked down at the 7, and it will set up 1st and goal.
And an Eagles first down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
It's pretty clear why this offense likes to get the ball into the hands of this quarterback, huh, Mike? I mean, he is just so effective in this area, and now he has them set up 1st and goal.
Here is 1st and goal. To throw, Hurts. They try to set up the screen, but this one doomed from the start. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense, because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
On 2nd down, Hurts. That's caught left side by Goddard. And the defense trying to tighten down here. They're going to hold him to a gain of 3. That's going to set up 3rd and goal.
goal.
To throw is Hurts. They'll look to set up the screen here. And he's going nowhere. Met and dropped behind the line. And now it's 4th and goal.
Well, when you call a screenplay, of course, you're looking to catch the defense off guard and pick up a chunk play. You're not thinking you're actually going to find yourself going backwards, but that's exactly the case here, and really nice job by the defense sniffing that one out.
And it's a touchdown. They have gotten to within 1, and a 2-point conversion can give them the lead here in the final minute.
Mike, I know everyone has their opinions about whether to kick it or go for 2, but my honest opinion is I don't even think there's a decision to be made. I'm keeping my offense on the field. We've practiced all week for our gotta-have-it 2-point play. Dial it up. Do not play for overtime. Win this game now in regulation.
So now the extra point to, in all likelihood, send us to overtime. Now the Raiders going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. And now they're going to go for 2 and a possible win, and the crowd rises to make this even more difficult. Again, Hurts on the run to the right, and he'll get in. An incredible, gutsy call. He's off. They've taken the lead by 1.
Great decision here, Mike. This was made well before that touchdown score. You want to win the game in regulation. You don't want to play for a tie and take your chances in overtime because there's less than a minute. Not a ton of time for your opponent to go down and kick a field goal. This is the right move, and we'll see if it pays off.
Jalen Naylor on
Here's
the return.
1st and 10.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. He'll step up and run, and a timeout is called, so now you're probably looking at one final play back in their own territory. This is going to take a miracle. Here comes 2nd down. Back to throw. That's to the right side. And caught by Bowers. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
As the saying goes, Mike, you need your big-time players to make big-time plays, and the moment doesn't get bigger than this. Find yourself down. A touchdown gives you a chance to win this thing in regulation, and I think they got a shot.
He'll drop to throw. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. And that is incomplete. They took the end zone shot of the final play. It's a heartbreaking finish, as this one will come to an end. So it's a win here for the visiting Eagles. They knew this would be a dogfight away from home, and they were right. But they come away with a hard-fought victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Vegas.